Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Please excuse the state of me. My hair is still half wet. I've just washed it before filming this video and I couldn't be bothered to do anything with it yet, and I'm trying to film this as quick as possible, so we love that. I love being a top beauty guru, looking my best. So for today's video I'm going to be doing a good old-fashioned Q&A video. I've got quite a few questions to get through, so I'm just going to get started. The first question is places you'd like to travel to in 2019. I'd love to get the chance to go back to Disneyland Paris this year. I know it's somewhere I've already been and it's not like travelling super far or anything, but I just miss it a lot and I love it so much. It's my dream place to work and I just really want to get the chance to go this year. I'd really love to go at like Christmas, New Year time, but even just like in the summer, I don't know. It is expensive and I think it's doable, but I don't know. It is something that I really want to do this year. Whether it'll happen, I don't know, but I would really love to travel there. I mean, I'd love to go back to America again, but I just can't afford that. So I know that's not going to happen, but yeah, thinking of somewhere that's kind of more realistic, but also kind of not because it's still expensive, is Disneyland. I just feel like I need to go back so bad. I haven't really thought about anywhere else that I want to travel this year other than that. I'm going down to London quite a lot this year, I think, for auditions and stuff, so does that count? I don't even know. The next question is, what is your favourite season of Glee and why? And I haven't watched Glee in such a long time. I did get brought the box set for Christmas and I haven't got round to re-watching it again yet, but from what I can remember off the top of my head, it's possibly season 3 or season 2, but I honestly can't remember it that well. It's been such a long time, so I feel like I just need to watch it again and then I'll know, but it's been too long to be able to decide. The next question is, which Disney princess are you most like? And I don't even know, to be honest. I feel like I want to say Rapunzel because we have the same kind of personality, I guess, but I don't want to say that just because she's my favourite, but maybe that is why she's my favourite, because I feel like I relate to her the most. Not that I have magic hair that glows when I sing, although I really wish I did. Next question is favourite musical, which I always find such a hard question to answer because I love so many and I feel like the ones I want to say are ones that are very like typical and obvious, but they're the ones that I've seen, so I don't know. I love Hamilton, love it. That is pretty close to the top, but I love Hairspray. I've loved that since I was younger, so I don't know, there's so many. The Lion King, Wicked, oh my god, I just love them all. I really don't know. Hamilton's probably my favourite at the moment, but whether it's my overall favourite I'm not sure because I just can't decide. But I think if I had to pick one like for right now, it'd probably be Hamilton. I'm just obsessed with it. The soundtrack, not something I thought I would enjoy. Like when I watched it, I was like, this isn't something that I feel like I'd normally enjoy, like the music, but I just love it. It's amazing and I'd definitely go and see it again. So at the moment I want to say that, but it's just such a hard decision. Next question is, dream character to play at Disney? Honestly, I just would be happy to be friends with any character if I worked at Disneyland. When you work there, you have to refer to them as like you're friends with the character, if that makes sense. So like if I was friends with Cinderella, then you probably know what I mean. But Alice and Wendy, they're probably my two favourites to be. Like they would be the best ones, I think. I think they're the ones that I'm the most like, so I think I'd get along well with them, I guess. I think they're the two that would be the best ones for me. The next question is something that I could actually make into its own video, and I'm wondering whether you guys would want me to do that. It is how to get over a tough breakup / friendship loss, which I have a lot of experience in. And please let me know down below if you think I should make a whole video on this, because I am considering it. I do want to make more videos like that where I talk about a specific topic. So please let me know, like genuinely let me know down below, because I'm so on the fence about making videos like that. I don't know if it's something people would enjoy or if I'd be any good at it, but let me know if you want me to make videos like that. But to like sum it up quickly, I guess it's just, it is hard. Like I feel like I should talk to you in a separate video about it and talk about my own experiences and stuff. One of the most typical things I can say is surrounding yourself by people that you care about. like the most important people to you. Think about the people that make you the happiest, and you need to surround yourself with those people because they are the sort of people that can get your mind off it. Sometimes you feel like you just want to be locked away in your room and not speak to anyone, and sometimes that makes you feel a bit better, but a lot of the time it's not really better off in the long run. So thinking about who you love spending time with. I know it might be hard if the people you love spending time with the most, the people you maybe like no longer see anymore, maybe you've fallen out with them or you've broken up with them or something, but think about the people that are still in your lives that you really love spending time with, and just spend time with them. I find spending time with family helps a lot, and just thinking about what you look. I honestly, I'm struggling to think of an answer now to just sum it up quickly in this Q&A, so I think I'm going to make a separate video on it, but again, just let me know if that's something you think is a good idea or not. Unfortunately, I have a lot of experience in that particular subject, which is great for in terms of making a video about it, but not great because, you know, that's probably why my mental health's so bad. The next question is, what do you really like about musical theatre and what inspired you? I think it's just the certain like styles of music, like listening to it, it just gives me so many feelings. I know that sounds really deep and dramatic, but like the feeling you get when you listen to a song that you really love, or a song that really relates to you. Whenever I listen to something like that, I feel like I just want to perform it and I want to sing it, and I always imagine myself performing that song, if that makes sense. So I think it's just becoming like so attached to a certain song or a certain musical. Honestly, what inspires me about them is just they just make me so happy. That's what makes me love them so much. They just make me happy, and when I'm performing, like, I love that I get to become a different person, and it means, because if I was performing as myself, I find that harder, whereas if I'm performing as a different character in a different show or something, I feel like my confidence grows and I can just be a different person and like really express myself through that character. And my confidence has grown so much over the last few years. It's just one of the things that actually makes me feel genuinely happy, and I love watching it, I love being a part of it. It's just so incredible. It's an amazing way to express yourself, and it's great that it can be a job for so many people. Like, doing something like that, I just think is so much fun and literally the most amazing thing ever, in my opinion. Like, for me to do personally, I know not everyone loves it, but for me that's like my idea of like a dream job, is just getting to perform all the time. Like, it'd be the same working at Disney, getting to become a different character and just getting to, I just love it, and singing and expressing myself through song and through dance, I just love it. And I've just been inspired since I was young, watching shows and everything. I've just always admired musical theatre so much, and it's always been a huge part of my life, so I don't think I could ever imagine life without it. That sounded so dramatic, but genuinely that's all I've ever known, and I don't know, it's just such a huge part of my life, so I couldn't imagine being without it, I guess. I don't know. The next question is, what YouTuber would you most like to be friends with? And oh my god, there are so many. There's so many YouTubers I watch, and I just watch them and I'm like, I feel like we would be such good friends, or I'm just like, I want to be your friend. One person I've started watching more recently, I'd heard about her a while ago, but it was only a little bit more recently that I actually started watching her videos, and that is Unjaded Jade. I just think she's great. I feel like she's like the loveliest person ever, and I just want to be her best friend, I'm not gonna lie. She seems so sweet and so amazing. Another person that I feel like is literally me. I'm back, the battery died, sorry if the angle's changed, but as I was saying, someone that I feel like I'm very similar to, like some of the things that she comes out with, I don't know, she just makes me laugh. That is Imagination. Someone again who I've only started watching recently, who I heard about a while ago, I just never got around to watching them. Oh my god, I find her so funny, and I just feel like we would get on so well. But honestly, there's so many YouTubers that I feel like I want to be friends with. I suppose when you're watching them that much, you obviously like what they do and like their personality, so it kind of makes sense. One person I really wish I was friends with though is Shane Dawson. Like, I don't think I'd be able to breathe from laughing whenever I'd be around him, because whenever I watch his videos, I just laugh so much. Like, I would love to be friends with him, and like the rest of his like friendship group, and like Ryland and everyone, and Oh my god, Garrett. I feel like Garrett is very much like me as well. I feel like I would love him like as a friend. I just think we'd get along very well. So yeah, there's a few examples, but I feel like there's so many. Like, I feel like when you watch YouTubers, you watch them because you like their personality, so it, you know, of course you'd want to be friends with them, I guess. Does that make sense? The next question is, ever had a dream about something going wrong on stage? And oh my god, all the time, I always have dreams about being involved in a show where I don't actually know the script and I'm just sort of thrown into it, and I either have forgotten to learn it or I've never done it before and I've just been thrown into it last second, and I'm on stage and I'm like, oh my god, I've got to do this now, and I just have to completely wing it. And I always have dreams like that, honestly, so many times. Like, I've been having dreams like that since I can remember. Like, it doesn't happen like every night, obviously, but it happens quite regularly. I guess it's something that I spend a lot of my life doing, so I'm gonna keep dreaming about it. So it makes sense, especially when I'm like nervous for shows coming up and everything, like in real life. I think it must play on my mind whilst I'm asleep, because I think I dream about those as well. And oh god, I always do. Honestly, it's one of the things that I do a lot, is dream about things going wrong. Never had a dream come true. The next question is, if you could play any principal role, what would it be? So any main role in a show, what would you choose? And right now I would choose Mary Poppins in Mary Poppins the Musical, because I am obsessed with Mary Poppins in general. I love the film, the first one, not the new one, just to clarify. The original, the main one, the best one. And I did go and see the musical a while ago and fell in love with it. I love the soundtrack, and whenever I listen to it, I mean, I do this with a lot of soundtracks and songs, I imagine myself playing that role or being in that show. I always do it. If you're a musical theatre person, then you probably do the same. But Mary Poppins, to play her would be an absolute dream come true, like 100%. I literally would love it. That is the absolute dream. Whether that will ever happen in any way, I don't know, but I have done like performances as Mary Poppins before. Like, I've done like, I actually auditioned for Britain's Got Talent as Mary Poppins, and they filmed me quite a lot in the first stage. Like, they did a lot of filming of me, the sort of stuff you see before someone's audition on the show, like them getting ready and stuff and like chatting and everything. I filmed loads of that, and then none of it got used because I didn't get through to the judges round, so that's great. But yeah, I've done that. I've done like local talent competitions and shows and stuff where I've just like sang a song as Mary Poppins, but I've never done the actual show. I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I can pray. I can hope and pray. It would be the absolute dream come true to play Mary Poppins. There are so many other roles that are an absolute dream for me, but that is probably the top one. The next question is, if you could come back as any animal, what would you choose? And I feel like the obvious answer is a dog, because dogs are just great, and like if they're with like a loving family and stuff, they just get the best life. And I know that sounds so stupid, but I don't know what else I would say. I feel like a dog's the best answer for that. I mean, my favourite animal's a giraffe, but I don't know if I'd want to come back as a giraffe. Would that be very exciting? I don't know. I would like to be a penguin. That'd be pretty fun. I feel like I'm losing my mind talking about this. The next question is, if you could meet anyone, who would it be? And if we were going for the full like dead or alive, who would you want to meet? I feel like I'd probably say Walt Disney. I feel like there's like no surprise there. Sorry, my hair is driving me mental. I don't really know what to do with it. Walt Disney is like truly like my biggest inspiration. Oh my god. I think the obvious answer is Walt Disney. He has inspired like everything. Obviously I love Disney so much, and Disney would not be a thing without Walt Disney himself. So he's one person I would love to meet, and just, I wouldn't even know what to say though. Like, it'd be insane. But if we were talking about people still living, or just another person that I would really, really love to meet, is Julie Andrews. If you don't know who Julie Andrews is, oh my god, I could cry. Please tell me everyone knows who Julie Andrews is. I will be shocked to hear that someone doesn't, but she is the woman who played Mary Poppins in the original film, and she has played lots of other characters and done lots of other things. She's been in The Sound of Music. She's done so much, and I admire her so much. She is one of my absolute favourite people ever, and it'd be a dream to meet her. One of my obvious answers was also Miley Cyrus, because she's been like my idol since I was quite young and I've loved her for a long time. But Julie Andrews and Walt Disney, and Dick Van Dyke. Oh my god, it's too hard to decide. The next question is, what would your preferred last 3-course meal ever be? Ever. What would you... I know for the main meal I would choose Hunter's Chicken because it's the best meal ever. And then for starters, I don't really eat starters that much, but when I do I just have like soup or something, which isn't very exciting. For pudding it'd probably be warm chocolate fudge cake with ice cream. Oh. The next question is, what would your dream job be other than anything Disney related? Just to be in large scale shows, like be on the West End, be in big productions, maybe a touring production, just be doing what I love, which is performing. So other than the Disney stuff, that would be my main goal, I think. But then when I think to it and I'm like, if I did that, imagine how terrifying that would be. It's the same with the Disney jobs that I want. Like, it would be so scary, like having to move away, and I don't know, it's just like thinking, even though it's my dream, when I think about it I get so anxious because the thought of it, it's such a big deal obviously, and it's so intense. Of course if I got the opportunity I would do it because it's the dream, but I think that's just my anxiety being like, oh my god, it'd be so scary, oh my god, you'd have to like live far away and it'd be terrifying and it'd be a new environment that you're not used to, but it's so worth it. Performing, basically, it's all I want to do. I can't think of anything else other than making YouTube videos, but I'd still want to be performing alongside it. Even if this did end up becoming my full-time job, I'd probably still be doing performing alongside it because I love it so much. The next question is, what are your top 3 favourite makeup items? I don't know if this means specific brands and specific items or just like mascara, bronzer, highlight. So if we're talking about like specifics, that's really hard. I feel like I should have thought about this before filming this video. One of my Jeffree Star products, like either my liquid lipstick or one of the eyeshadow palettes, because Jeffree Star makeup is insane. I love my new brow kit, the Anna Ciccone brow kit with the pencil in it. Oh my god, what's it called? Precisely My Brow. That's the one. That's pretty great, but that's only a recent discovery. I mean, I'd heard about it a while ago, but I've only recently used it. Oh, I don't know, this is too hard. Why didn't I think of this before filming this video? I love like lipsticks and stuff, like lip products. So like the Jeffree Star one, I guess, would be one of my favourites. I don't wear it all the time because it's like such a like out there colour. I do want to get some more of his for like some of the more nude shades so I can wear them more often. I love the contour that I use, the Sleek contour kit. Oh. There's a screw just fallen out of this. Honestly, this is how old it is. A screw has literally just fallen out of it. Oh. Well, there you go then. This is one of my old faves. It's very well loved. I use it all the time. This is probably one of my favourite things to do. I feel like it just like changes the look completely once I've got my contour on. Oh, my Jeffree Star highlight. Oh my god. That was probably the worst way to answer that question, but I just don't know. I love my Jeffree Star highlight. Anything Jeffree Star. If I was having to say it from the top of my head right now, it'd be the Precisely My Brow pencil from Benefit, Jeffree Star highlight in Ice Cold, yes, and my Sleek contour kit. I don't even know what it's called. Face contour kit in the shade Light. But that's just going randomly. There's so many other things that I've probably forgotten about that I absolutely love. I just love makeup, basically. The next question is, if you could be a Disney villain, who would it be and why? Well, I have already been the evil queen. That's what I was in Panto, and I absolutely loved that. That is probably one I would have picked as one of the ones I'd want to be the most. Honestly, I think just the evil queen. I think she's just the main one. She's like the main gal. She's just like the one to be. She's like the OG villain. Like, I'd say the evil queen. But then I'm probably going to edit back this video and be like, oh, I should have picked this person, or I should have picked this villain. But we're going to go with evil queen, especially because I love her in the original film. I actually got to play her in the recent Panto I did, and I flipping love the evil queen in Once Upon a Time, the TV series, so I think that one has to win for me. The next question is, if you could live one of your friends' lives for a week, who would you choose and why? Now, I remember reading this for the first time and I was thinking, wow, who would I choose? And I was trying to think, like, which one would I want to be for a week? Like, I love all my friends, so I'd probably love to be all of them for a week. But the one I thought of first, and is probably the one I'd still go with now, is my friend Steph Baggett. She, if you're watching this, hi. Basically, she's just living out my dream life. She recently finished a job that was my dream job when I was younger. I think I'd still love to do it now, to be honest. She was actually a red coat at Butlins. If you don't know, they're kind of like the people who get involved in the performances and stuff, and I don't know how to explain it. They like run the events and stuff, and like it's like a holiday club. Butlins is basically a holiday site, and she got to like run, it's a sort of place where the redcoats kind of like run the activities, get involved in the shows, help like lead everything and stuff, and get involved with all the kids at like the clubs and stuff, just do all of that. One of my dream one of my dream jobs. I was obsessed with the idea of that when I was younger, and when she got the job I was like, oh my god, she's living my dream life. And then literally in like a week or two, she is going to Florida to do the cultural representative program in Epcot, which again, if you've been watching me for a while, I think I'm pretty sure I've spoken about it before. That is one of my dream jobs. I've been applying for it. I've applied for it like 3 times now. 2 times, 3 times, and she's now got that job too, and I'm like, oh my god, you are like living my dream life. So I think it'd be her, especially while she's in Florida doing the cultural representative program. Honestly, it's incredible that she's doing all this. Like, I've just been following along her journey. I'm like, oh my god, you are just living my life, like my dream life. Like, it's amazing. So I think I'd have to pick her. Steph, if you're watching this, hi. I'm very proud of you. I'm very excited about your next adventure. And I'm very jealous, but more excited for you than anything. The next question is one, again, I haven't really thought about the answer for, which I probably should have. And it is, what musical number would you want to describe this year for you? I don't know if it counts because it's not technically a musical. Well, it is. It's just not a show. It's a film. The Greatest Showman, This Is Me, would be great because it's like, look out, because here I come. Like, I'm not scared to be seen. I make no apologies, this is me. And I feel like if I apply that to life, it's like me being like, no, watch out, I'm coming, I'm doing this. Like, I'm so nervous about, you know, going for certain auditions and stuff and stepping out of my comfort zone because I'm scared that it's just such a big step and it just makes me anxious, and also that I'm not good enough. But I feel like this song is great to listen to when you thinking about that, when it's like, feel like people have told you you're not good enough or you've never felt good enough, but then you're just going to be like, no, watch out and come in, I'm about to smash this. So I feel like that's a good answer. First one to think. I feel like if I properly thought of this, it would have been better, but I've just, with Q&As, I don't usually think about it too much until I film the video. I like to just go for it, but then I always end up going back to editing it, or after I've uploaded it, I'm like, no, I should have said this. But if we're thinking right now off the top of my head, This Is Me is a great choice, I believe.
Look out, 'cause here I come, and I'm marching on to the beat I drum.
What has been the hardest part of your life, but it has made you come back stronger? This, again, could be a whole separate video. Maybe that could be part of the other video, because it's kind of, some of it's related to that, and I have spoken about this sort of stuff in a video before. I think it was in my anxiety video, because it's one of the things that affected my mental health a lot. The hardest thing that I've ever gone through, I don't know if I've come back stronger from it, to be honest. I don't think I have at all. In terms of just the hardest thing that's happened in my life is when our close family friend, like basically she was family, our close friend Shaz passed away, and like the day I found out she'd been diagnosed with cancer, like that whole time, that and then when she passed away, that is probably the hardest thing I've ever been through, because I've never experienced losing someone before like that. So for me, that's probably the hardest thing I've ever been through. It's the thing that's affected me the most, probably. But in terms of things that I've come back stronger from, to an extent, like this, it still, I think, is partly the reason I'm so like mentally unstable, shall we say. But things like previous friendships and relationships that have damaged me a lot and have really like affected me, but I feel like I've come out of them stronger. I know how to not let people treat me a certain way anymore, and I stand up for myself more now. I think that's how I see it. Like I wouldn't let someone treat me the way I used to be treated by people, and I think I've come out of that stronger. Like, I guess I'd say something like that, which again could be a whole separate video. I probably won't go into like loads of detail about it, but if I just briefly explain like things and then sort of how I dealt with them and like maybe give you guys advice, I could do that. My first heartbreak, that sucked. I remember the physical pain that I felt. Like, it was horrendous, like honestly horrendous. And obviously it was quite a long time ago, and I am now in a very happy relationship with Luke, and I love him a lot and I'm very happy with him. So, but like when I think back to how I felt, not to like necessarily like previous relationships, but to the heartbreak, like the actual feeling of heartbreak, that is horrendous, and it still like upsets me, and it's caused a lot of trust issues for me and a lot of anxiety. That is probably part of, I'm not going to blame it all on that, but part of it is from all of that. So although my anxiety is still bad, it's not just because of that, it's because of lots of things, but I feel like I have come out of that much stronger. But honestly, I don't want to like freak people out, people who maybe not like been in a relationship before or in their first relationship. That might be your first and last relationship, like you might be with this person forever, but like anyone who's like scared of like experiencing heartbreak, I don't want this to freak you out, but it was a very sad feeling, and not, it was more than sad, it was painful. But again, we could talk about this in a separate video, and I probably will, so stay tuned for that. I know I keep asking for you to let me know if that's a good idea, but I'm thinking of filming it anyway, but then I've been thinking of filming it for a while and then I never do because I don't know if it's because I get nervous, I don't know. So I'm rambling now because I feel awkward, but stuff like that is stuff that I've come out stronger, I think. I feel like in a lot of ways my confidence has grown, and I feel like a much stronger person in a way. Like, even though my anxiety and my mental health knocks me down a lot and makes me feel like I'm not confident and I'm not strong, when I really think about it, I am quite strong compared to how I used to be, and the way I deal with things, and I'm much more mature now in a way. I mean, I'm not mature, I'm like a child, but in terms of like, you know what I mean, I'm like very much a child at heart, but at the same time I'm mature in the way I deal with things now. So yeah, I guess those are the main things that I would say. The next question is, if you could travel any place in the world with anyone, who would it be and where would you go and why? So, oh my god, I've got something in my eye. I really want to do some more travelling with Luke. We are the sort of people that I feel like we're much more into like the adventurous side of things, like holiday wise. Like, I'm sure we'd enjoy going to like a sunny holiday, like going to Spain and sitting on a beach, but like we're the sort of people that like more adventurous stuff as well. So our America trip that we went on with my mum and dad, that was perfect for us. Like, that was our kind of thing, I would say. So at the moment, like the dream thing would be to go to Disney World with Luke, but I think we've spoken about it before, and he's like, I don't think I could hack like 14 days of theme parks, which I totally get, and I don't think I would cope very well because it's probably exhausting. I say it's definitely exhausting. I know it is from hearing from a lot of people, but you wouldn't necessarily have to do 14 days next to each other. You could like take it easy some days, have a day where you are just chilling and stuff, so you could break it up a bit. But basically the ideal dream would be to go to Disney World with Luke, and we have both said that we would love to go. It's just, it's a lot, it's expensive as hell, so it's basically impossible anyway. We'd probably have to save for about 5 years, and also it's just a lot physically and it's very draining. But I mean, of course it's my dream to go to Disney World, and to be honest, we both said as soon as we left Disneyland, we both said we wanted to go back, so that's another one. But we have already been there, so I feel like I should suggest things that aren't places we haven't been, and maybe places that aren't Disney. Maybe I should stop thinking Disney, but I can't stop thinking about Disney. If you enjoyed this weird video, please give it a thumbs up. I'm not going to say comment down below again because I keep saying that, but you know what to do. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. My goal for this year is to hit 1,000 subscribers. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Honestly, what is wrong with me?